Hello and welcome to Fishing Live. I'm here today with one of my heroes, Tom Pickering. We're at the lovely Monkhall fishery, not too far
from my house.
Well,
not too from my house.
It's a long way from your house. You've not been moaning though, Tom, have you?
No, I've not moaned once about the A38.
He's had a bit of a trek today. But this is actually the first fish of the day. Tommy's first bite, first fish of the day. So we thought we'd land this on Fishing Live for you, show you how he's targeting the peg today, and then we're going to give you your weekly fishing forecast.
Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that.
That's lovely, isn't it?
Look at that to start the day off. Hey?
Have a little look at him.
Calm down now.
Very angry, Tom, isn't he?
You won't think so, it'll into it. Look at that for a fish. That's a lovely common, that.
Is it a Bobby Dazzler?
Is a Bobby Dazzler him? Look at that.
We're going to have to hold him up for it.
That were a yellow fulker, that one. Look at that. Oh. Now I'm going to introduce you, Mr. Carp, to Tom Scholey.
If anybody can scare him, I can, I reckon.
Look at that. Whoa, calm down. He's scared, look. I mentioned your name and he's jumping. Look at that. Yeah, that's Tom Scholey, that. Look at that.
Isn't it? Look at that.
There's nothing mark wrong with that, is there?
They're in such good condition.
Wow, look at that. That's beautiful.
Right, slipping back, and then will you pretty please show me your hybrid feeder setup?
I will, yeah.
You're having quite a good run at the minute, Tom, aren't you?
Yeah, doing all right. Yeah, for an old one, I'm doing all right at the moment.
Stop it, you're not that old.
Well, I'm not. But my setup is as simple as it gets. It's 8 pound line, which is all I use for commercial fishing. Nearly all the waters that I go to, it's free running feeders, so even if I'm allowed to have them fixed or elasticated, I still go free running.
Yeah.
It's just a personal thing. I'm not against anything that's like that, but I just like it free running, probably because I'm used to it. And that slides onto a quick change bead.
Lovely.
The little Corum one, which is, in my opinion, the best little advice ever to come out.
Yeah.
And the idea of that is that you feed the cushions onto the like a bead, but you can pull it apart like that, and you can take your hook off, and you can put a new hook on or change your hook like that.
I reckon it was some clever bugger called David Preston invented.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, he'll probably say he did, whether he did or not.
Yeah, well.
You know.
But that, my honest opinion is that's one of the best inventions ever come out, and that just runs onto that, and then you've got a 4-inch hook length. And because I'm hooking fulker, I'm just using a barbless hook, no airs, no bands, anything like that. And I'm just going to pick like a yellow 5mm.
So that's just the 2-in-1, that's not even the neon.
No, that's a 2-in-1.
£1.99 a bag, that stuff, isn't it?
I'm Yorkshire.
Well, that's
you know.
Yeah.
So,
keep it cheap.
How easy is that? So I've just took that, and I'm going to get me this is a Guru feeder, it's a 30 gram. I'm not a massive fan of lighter feeders. I like something that I can hit the clip with. I know it's going to go to the bottom, and it's going to go to the bottom in that direction. And all I do, you can see that my micros, fishery micros with some 2mm fulker baits in, mixture of the colour. And all I'm going to do, I'm just going to put them in, press that in quite firm, so it's nice and firm. What happens with that when it gets on the bottom? It puffs up.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do with that, I'm going to put my hook bait in the middle, smack in the middle, like that. And I'm going to put a few more on around it. So what I want to do now is cover the bait, gently press it, just press it. I do it that 2 or 3 times until I can't see the bait. When I can't see the bait, I put it then into the palm of my hands there.
And give it a squeeze.
And that's my mould. I make that as my mould. And my hook bait's now, press it quite firm, because when it hits the bottom, it'll push up, because the 2mm are spongy and they'll push out like that. And that is about as good as it gets. And my hook bait is in there, and what happens now is it'll go to the bottom. If you're not sure, just put it in a bucket of water and or a bowl.
Tank test it, can't you, yourself? Yeah.
And what happens is they'll come up first and they'll fall down the side, leaving your hook bait in the middle, because I don't want the hook bait to come off the feeder. I want it sat in the middle, so when the fish come in, it's the first thing it sees and picks up.
Love it.
And that's as good as it gets, to be honest with you. That's beautiful. I can't fault that.
That's worth a fish. Get it in, and then we'll give these lovely people their weekend fishing forecast.
Right, okay, my old pal. So all you do, behind caps, hit me clip, plop, let it go to the bottom, don't move it, don't move the feeder.
Don't move the feeder.
And then just sink the line gently, just by easing that like that. Nice and simple. Take your time, don't matter how long it takes, because you'll feel if you get a bite. And then We spoke in one of the videos earlier about hands-free, and I put it on the rod rest like that, and I don't want to bend in the rod. Just keep it nice like that, and all I'm looking for now, hands-free. So basically I can do what I want. I can talk to you, I can pick my flask up, I can feed me other lines, and when I get a bite it'll just go straight round like that, and it's on. Liner indication straight away.
So let's start with commercials then. If you, well, you probably are going on a commercial fishery this weekend, Tom, but if you were going on a commercial fishery fishing this weekend, what advice would you give to those lovely people out there? The forecast's a bit cooler. It's sort of 6 and 7 degrees in the day, 3 and 4 degrees at night, pretty much all the way over the UK, right. And it's sort of cloudy weather from what I've seen, no rain.
Well, the first thing is, if you're in a competition, you've got to fish where you've got to fish. If you're not, and you're a pleasure angler, go to the fishery and ask the people where they are. But the biggest rule for me is in the winter, when you're fishing on a commercial fishery, fish the widest pegs in the open water, not corners. Don't go in a corner, they're the worst thing. You want to be in the open, that's where the fish will be. So that's the first thing. But the easiest way is just go and ask the fishery person behind the counter and say, we're out fish. And they'll tell you, because I want you to come back.
Of course they do. That's a really
and it doesn't matter what bait you do, whether it's fooker or what, little and often, but very little.
Yeah.
One of the other things about winter is the location of fish, not necessarily the bait, it's location of fish. Once you get the fish, casting, be very patient. Be cool, calm and sit there and be really patient. Don't wind in all the time casting back out, because all you're doing, feeding the fish, scaring them, and you just be patient.
I mean, that was about 6 minutes till we got that one.
Yeah.
It was a while it was in, wasn't it? So
I mean, in the winter when I go on a commercial, if I'm prepared to go and have 12 or 15 casts in a 5-hour competition.
Yeah.
And anything more than that, I've usually caught some fish.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Right, we're going to move location then. If you were going on the canal this weekend, if you're after maybe a bag of roach, what would the tactics be? Where would you head? Town
centres are really important. Yeah. The fish migrate from the rivers and the outer parts of the canal into near the town centres. I don't know if it's because it's warmer or whatever it is, but head towards the town centres where the canals are, and you'll be guaranteed fish. Yeah. And then you can, your baits can be a variation of baits, but that's my best tip. Is in the winter, if you're going on a canal, just go or near the town centres. You won't go far. And don't go in the open unless you know the place. Go near the towns.
No, that's dead sound advice. And finally, rivers. Now, we had a little bit of rain earlier in the week. It has been quite mild. Yeah. So would you be optimistic of some barbel and chub?
Absolutely. Yeah. I don't associate barbel in the winter without coloured water, and without a doubt, I've come over a couple of rivers coming here, and they're coloured, and I reckon the barbel anglers will be in for a treat this weekend. I really do. Certainly if you know where to go, and I think it'd be a good weekend for them. There could be a couple of big fish out this weekend because I think the conditions are almost perfect. Nice colour, couple of foot in, nice coloured. It's about as good as you get, to be honest with you.
No, I think you're dead right. I think it could be quite a good weekend to go fishing. And looking at the long range forecast, Tom, it's not a bad idea to go, because next week looks a bit barren, doesn't it?
Yes, we're going to have as extra layers on next week, because I think it's going to turn a bit cold. I think that's on, yeah. Hey up.
Hey up. Did it come towards
That's first bite I've missed this year. The reel were going round and I still missed it.
That was unbelievable.
That was unbelievable, that, yeah.
It was.
And bait's still on, yeah.
Well, that's all right.
But I reckon that's first bite.
Well, there you have it, folks. You've seen it here first. Tom Pickering misses his first bite of the year. Don't forget, next Wednesday we'll be live at Hallcroft Fishery doing our catch of the year results. So that'll be about lunchtime. We'll be live. I'll put details on Facebook.
Is that when everybody falls out with me again?
Yeah, you're going to upset a few kids next week. You're going to be Scrooge, Tom, I reckon. But it's going to be a good one. So check it out, folks. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Look forward to it. All the best.